If he was their mentor, who was Diddy's mentor? We know some of the big names. I'm just curious if you have any names. You don't seem like somebody.
Well, for number one was Clyde Davis.
SUGE KNIGHT, a well-known and well-respected music executive and former CEO of Death Row Records, who is now a convicted felon serving in prison for a fatal hit-and-run back in 2015, recently got in an interview with pdiddy podcast where he discussed about the demonic things that happens in the music industry and how the music executives manipulate the artists into selling their souls.
Now, from your perspective, though, you actually spend time with Diddy. When you used to go to New York, you would spend time with him, and he would spend time with you. When he would come, you guys would go hang out together with obviously other peers. Did you notice anything around Diddy where you said, this is a little bit, obviously there's a woman, you're having a good time, you're partying, you're doing your thing, but did you ever see anything where it was out of line, where you said, I think this guy likes men, or I think he likes certain things that's a little weird?
Well, all due respect to Puffy, you got to realize one thing. He didn't start off like that. I'm quite sure somebody taught him that, and that's more deep in the industry. You guys who got involved with a lot of people who were their mentors, instead of having a guy to mentor your own father, they was having these guys they mentored. And when that happens in the industry, it was done to them, they do to the next person. So I felt that Puffy was a regular, normal guy. And then when he started hanging with the guys in the industry, they did things to him, and then allegedly he did things to Usher. It goes on and on.
He also talked about Diddy being the sacrificial lamb for the dark things that happens in the industry. He claimed that although he and Diddy are not friends, but Diddy wasn't always a sexual offender. He claimed that the music executives could have been the ones that initiated him into becoming a sexual trafficker.
Okay, well, that's actually very insightful for you to give that perspective. So if you're saying what Diddy did to Usher or what Diddy did to Bieber, that we've seen these videos, not necessarily what he did, but the stories where he's living with them at 13. If he was their mentor, who was Diddy's mentor? We know some of the big names. I'm just curious if you have any names. You don't seem like somebody.
Well, for number one was Clyde Davis.
He mentioned a music executive named Clive Davis as one of the person he thinks actually, initiated Diddy into being a sexual offender, and he mentioned and talked about a lot of things in that interview. I'm going to be dropping the link to that interview in the description below. Make sure you check it out and enjoy the show.